All right, everybody all right? That'll be. No lie. Can't ask for much more than that. Hook this thing some kind of way where it don't get in my way, but still let me kind of. All right, we about to be there? I think we there. All right, everybody all right? All right. Too to be alive. Try to look at how important it is to get this thing right.
Yes, sir.
I know everybody don't lay that to the Lord, so how serious it is to make sure we get it right. But it's very critical from the young to the old. Everybody sit down and examine their state. A lot of times people can assume that the book is not talking to them. It's talking to all of us. There ain't no mistake. It's talking to all of us. That's how important it is to make sure we get it right. And a lot of times people don't really go into depth with examining themselves. People pretty much do a small lip and say, it's like if you got something going on, might say, you don't look, you might want to go to the doctor. You start trying to fix whatever it is they see about you or try to change it. If it's a cough, you try to hold it in so they won't say it's something that's serious. Maybe they'll think it's just something just passing, when sometimes the situation could be a lot more detrimental than what it might appear on the outside. When we're looking at our salvation, it's critical. That's why we come here to the hospital to make sure we get examined, get checked. It's up to everybody to have that mindset to really look at yourself, where you at, what you need to do to secure your salvation. It's a tragedy to go through, live, die, and not get it right. Let's just be honest, to go through and not get it right is just a complete travesty. And, I would allow that people would have that mindset to really examine themselves. Don't hang it up. We got a phone ringing. They got a phone hanging in him. So I don't know what's going on, but yeah, we just got to make sure we really look at what we need to do. That's serious. Like I said, everybody don't, because a lot of times people don't think it's serious. They think it's, it's kind of, I know I need to make some changes, but they don't make the real necessary change. You know what I'm saying? People can agree they need to be saved. People won't do what it takes to be saved. That's the truth. It's no excuse for nobody not to be saved. All the information is there. It just takes you to have a will. I'm a believer that things are predestined to an end of, I know what you're going to do. You got it? Because it don't make sense to say it's predestined all the way to an end that you don't have a choice, in a sense that you can't make changes. It don't make sense to tell people to repent. They don't have a choice or a chance. You're only giving that, I know what you're going to do, but I'm going to give you an opportunity to, so we understand how important it is for all of us to make sure you get it right. It's easy to count ourselves out. It takes something to count yourself in. I mean, you got to fight through a lot of stuff, a lot of old rhetoric, a lot of old beliefs, behaviors you got to fight through, then just self in general, things you don't want to do, because it puts us outside of our comfort zone. And that's the thing we all have to sit down and consider. It ain't about being comfortable now. It's about the comfort of what we're trying to get along, forever. If I'm going to live longer in my moot, after my moot, then I need to make preparations for it. People make preparation when they're young. They say, you're a young man, you need to get you a good job so you have benefits. If you get married, you get a family. Then when you get old, pay your house out. These are all things that people set up for 30 years. 25 years. In 25 years, I'm going to walk, I'm retired. This amount of time to do this. So people have to sit down and consider, you're going to live forever after this, whether it's in Sheol or whether it's in Shamayim or in the Malkuth Elohim. So you got to sit down and make consideration, are you putting up for that? Are you laying up for that, a foundation? You talking about laying up a good foundation, because you building at that point, but you got to have a foundation. If you're trying to build or set something up for a long kai, eternal life, and you haven't laid a foundation, it's going to come down. So that's the first thing we got to do, is go back and try to really look and measure out how serious are we about this way. A lot of times you get people, I don't know, people got a different mindset. I don't know. I've been around, I ain't been around long, a couple of days. Seen a lot of stuff. Seen a lot of people do a lot of different things. I guess everybody got different beliefs. You can hear the same word, but people just different in what they believe on, how they see it. I think it's better if everybody came in and somebody was shooting at them. Somebody was literally trying to kill you. I'm talking about literally trying to kill you. Then if you escape it, you'll realize how close you were and how imminent death was to you. But since a lot of you had the opportunity to walk in, procrastinate to come, wait around, and then play, it wasn't as serious. You know what I'm saying? When somebody shoot, you got to hit the floor. You got to roll and make sure they still ain't coming. So it's a lot on your mind you got to consider. But when you kind of, I guess, kind of Cadillac in, you don't consider how your life can change. And that's a setup. You know, for people that don't look at, well, some people say, well, I didn't come in with pressure or anything pressing against me or something driving me or something weighing on me. I just came in, you know. It sounded right. It made sense. But it don't make sense enough to, I guess, some people to really to really just dedicate yourself that this has to be your first primary and foremost of what you're doing. This got to be it. Over everything else you do, it's got to be your salvation. And when you secure that part, you know, it'll seem as though you completed a major, you know, leap, which you did, but it'll look like you go backwards because you're always going to still be challenged with things to make sure you don't forget. See, we people have it, we quick to forget. People say, well, when I'm going to get over this feeling, or when I'm going to get over this troubling me, when I'm going to get over this, I mean, you might not never get over it. But for some of us, that's what it takes to keep it from going back. Yeah. You know, every day I wake up and I just feel the guilt, I feel the pain. Yeah, and you take it off, and then what you going to do? Sometimes some people might say they don't, but it's because of the guilt, the pain, the suffering, or what a lot of us deal with from our past life. That's what keeps us here. The fact that you wake up and you realize he had to come back across your mind, you might not remember it every day. It might be a week, but you go back home and let you know this is the type of person you are now. You know what I'm saying? When you feeling real good, this is the type of person you are. And you had to realize you had to deal with that. You can hide from everybody. You ain't never hide from him. He'll let you get discovered out of nowhere. Yeah, it's just going to happen. You ain't going to make it for so long. It's going to come up. It's going to get shown. It's going to get exposed. It's going to come to the light. And that's a tube thing, though. Because, I mean, if it didn't, we'll stay the people we were. It because what we do come back up. You realize, well, I ain't no use of doing that. It's going to come back up. Or make sure they come up. That's what you're willing to die for. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest. I got out the street from some stuff we were doing. I had some friends. We started out together, me and the devil. And I mean, that man, the little devil. I broke out. I wasn't willing to die for what he was willing to die for. He wouldn't go further than I would. We were tight. We did a lot of stuff, taught him how to steal cars, a lot of stuff. One of the smartest guys I ever dealt with. But when I saw where he was going, what he'll do, I said, I couldn't go that far. That was him, though. That's where he at. Everybody alike got different places. You keep going. Some of you got to realize I ain't there. Yep. You know, I came over here. If I'm going to move for something or die for something, I'd rather be for this. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I ain't got time to kill nobody about their stuff. That's stupid. How you going to justify that I kill you for your stuff? How am I going to explain that when they get caught? Let me see. You kill a man for your stuff? No, I mean, you just look real stupid. They got a place to put you away for a long time, you yourself, and just other things involved as well, but just for conscience sake, you know. And that's the thing that I think everybody need to consider. Our conscience has to be based off of the knowledge, information we get. Okay? That's something we got to consider. Our convictions come in due through things we're taught or we seen. Y'all got it? Like, just say it's the death penalty for killing the police. So you look at it, you don't want to be labeled with that. What happened to you in prison? And the fact they're going to kill you. So some people say, this is something I wouldn't want to do. You know what I'm saying? I might steal a piece of can or steal a car, get me probation, get me a year in jail, 6 months, might do that. Rest of probably three months on a 1 year bid. Rest of probation. I can handle that. You know, so people got things they like, you can deal with this, don't sting you to extreme. You know what I'm saying? And in saying that, y'all just kind of follow me. But when you're looking at everything you do against that man end up with you dying. So this is what I don't get for us, General. There's no way you could be scared of nothing. Because the one thing you got to consider with every act we commit against it, man, it all end up to, you're going to burn. You dead. We ain't talking about the immediate death we got to take. That's the first death. You can't even get to, don't even, why people talking about, oh, man, I don't want to die and go to hell. I mean, you got to wrap your mind first around dying. Dying in itself is a scary thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been living. I don't know people talk that junk to somebody else. I ain't no fool. You've been living. You don't just accept death. You know what I'm saying? You had to succumb to it, but it's a struggling fight to kind of stay from it. Even Yahushua fought it. So all these people, I'm not impressed with these people trying to act like they're not. He fought it. He didn't want to do it. You over everything, you know everything, yet he did not want to just succumb to no mood. Y'all understand? They had to hedge him in. That was the purpose of having both the thieves on the side. It was equivalent to having the donkey. What it was, Catan, I think it is for the donkey, for the female donkey. Catan, I think is the word for it. So when Catan kept running out across the field, he walled him in on both sides so he couldn't go out. So all he did was put him between somebody where he couldn't get out. He would have ran. He was a man. What y'all thought he was going to do? So, I mean, you have to get your mind wrapped around there are things you have to fight and deal with already, just the struggle of life itself. Then the fact that when I die, that ain't it. I still ain't done. It's some more. It's like, come on, how many of y'all had to wrap your mind around dying? I do. You got to wrap your mind around it. You know, ooh, you living, but think about it. Everybody dead been doing what you were doing. Then you say, well, maybe I want these special gifts. Maybe I won't die. No, the people that came before thought they was too. Listen, eventually, everybody in this whole Tuladolph will be gone. Yeah, Pete, you go back, let's say they go back 200 years ago. There's absolutely nobody living from that time period. Nobody living from that time period. All the Tuladolph people gone. Not just them and their kids gone. And it's not their grandkids possibly gone. You see what I'm saying? In 200, you wipe out a whole $2. Then remember, those people soon forgotten. Y'all know that? How many times you thought about your great-great-granddad? What would be the need? Got so much distance between the both of them, why would you think about them? So everybody need to start considering eventually you'll be that person that will all be gone and be forgotten. The heart, the hate, everything about it will soon be forgotten. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to make and lay up a foundation with Yahuwah for when we leave him. You can drink and smoke and do drugs, whatever it is your pleasure, run the street, go to strip club, whatever it is your pleasure, go gambling. But the realization coming to fact, though, you're going to leave. Whatever you're doing for your outlet, because just like people that go to church, people come in, this is an outlet. People do something. People that go to club, that's their church. That is, it's their church, that's their outlet to get away, get out of their mind. For us, we're trying to come back and we're trying to wrap our mind around the inevitable. Don't matter how you serve, what you do, you're still going to move. You ain't escaping that. So let's get that first thing. You ain't escaping it. You ain't getting out of it. You ain't getting by it. The only thing we in hopes of trying to do now is trying to escape the inevitable of, well, not that, well, it ain't got to be the inevitable, but the mush pot, which is the judgment of him coming back saying, you're going to burn. You're going to burn. So this is how critical it is, and I don't think you guys really consider it because y'all feel like, you know, this is a life you just do when you come here. You got another life when you leave. And you can do that, but you jipping yourself. Yeah. Either be all the way. Be all the way or no way. That's right. That's what I believe. Listen, y'all ain't got to worry about no videos, no tapes, no pictures, no women. Please don't waste your time praying for that. That, oh, Lord Jesus, don't let pastor get exposed. No, if I'm doing, I need to be exposed, okay? So don't go against it. Ain't going to happen because I got to make decisions. Those decisions based upon what am I trying to do. I got more time behind me than in front of me. I ain't got the time. If I was a young man, 17, 18, know what I know now, I could play around a little bit, shoot about 22, 25, lockdown, get serious. By the time I look at, you know, now I need to make some changes. But you ain't got that promise. Who promised me I'm going to make it to 25? I'm at 17. All the stuff we took for granted. Like I heard people say, you're a young man. Young man got his youth ahead. I mean, people told me stuff, shouldn't have just told me that. You young, you got your whole life ahead of you. That's just bad information. All they did was just basically just kind of just flustered, added more to already a troubled mind. You know what I'm saying? A disorganized lifestyle to tell me I was a young man, I had my whole life ahead of me, and you don't. You know what? The truth is, your whole life ahead of you when you living. Yeah. That's all you, what else more you got? Yeah. Think about this. How much life you live, how much life you got than this? That's all you got right now. And you don't know if he's going to give you no more than this tomorrow. Right. Today is all your life. That stuff people told us, you told me, though, I got This is like guaranteed. It ain't. You know how many people in the jail in the grade 20, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 25, early 30s, late 20s. I'm talking about the grade full of them. What happened to all their life? What happened to all this life in front of them? We got to stop buying into the hype and the lies that people give us when the truth of the matter is all you got is the day. All you got is the day, and you have to sit back and consider, what have you done with it? Y'all got me? How many of y'all would like to have some peace in your life? You know how you do that? You keep your mind stayed on him. That's the shalom he gave us. That's the promise of shalom he gave us. He ain't gave you no more than that. You know what I'm saying? Your mind had to just be stayed on him. That's the only way we get shalom. So where's shalom going to come to? To who? You said who now? That's what I just said. Who is peace going to come to? Shalom going to come to? Going to come to somebody in trouble. What should who should look like walking out in calm water? Peace, be still. Like, who is he talking to? Ain't no wind blowing, water calm. Nothing moving. You're going to bring it to where it's rough, where it's confusion, where it's chaos. That's why shalom got to come. That's why your mind got to stand. We live in a world that's totally in disarray. I mean, you hadn't hit the whole crunch of everything from Joe Biden and all of his ideology, which is, pretty much his rhetoric, his ideal, his doctrines and fundamentals that you're going to have to cross. You're going to have to cross. And we live and we fared pretty well over time, but we hadn't gotten what we need on the inside. Because it's an inner peace that you need to have. I'm more focused now on trying to learn how to shakar him with the inward part. Oh, your mind can think a whole lot of stuff. You can try to keep it going, but it's going to get attacks. It's going to get things going to come at it. So you got to have a certain shalom in yourself. You do. Your mind can go. You can be Palau and he put some in your mind. And you got to fight past it. He can just weigh on your mind and make it where, you know what, you're going to spend your time, you trying to Palau, but you're going to spend this time trying to fight what I'm trying to put in your mind right now. And now you got to fight that, and there's a lot coming, and you still got to maintain. You still got to maintain. As Youve said, though he, what was again? I mean, he shouldn't ask me to do that to him if he's doing something. If I'm going through, that should have a break. You should get a pass if you're going through. You should. It should be some kind of way you get some kind of pass if you got a lot going on and stuff coming at you. He should understand that and realize, take care of what you got then, and, just get back with him when you get your head together. Nope. Still got to maintain. Y'all understand that? And I don't think y'all have that because people can use excuses of marriage and kids and careers and finance and just things in general, parents and just job and everything else. None of that will suffice when it comes down to the mosh pot. Everybody had the same mandates. If you're a hard man, every time I go against him, I just try to remind him, I love you. You got to keep talking. You got to talk with him and meditate it.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I ain't doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm off, I still love you. That's right. See, we have to wrap our mind around that. Because you know what we do? We try to say, maybe other people, there's other people that's not right. There's other people got to get things together. I like a lot of y'all. I don't use nobody to say this is my reasoning or my rationale for something, or I don't have to do it because of it. I can care less what other preachers do. I just be honest with you. When I say I care less, that does not change my commitment. If you're going to use other people, when other people get out, I remember one time when we were talking, we were eating some sugar. I remember somebody eating, and Carrie said, hold on for a minute. Oh, y'all been eating sugar? I've been holding out. Y'all remember that? Carrie went and got straight from here, and Carrie ran out here and got a case of them Krispy Kreme donuts. Jumped out where the chapel. Listen, Counter Road, the net exit 285, he was shaking. But you can't play with them donuts, man. Hey, man, we're like, Carrie, Carrie came back and said, man, we're like, Carrie, He went, y'all the one. Y'all had been, no, you can't use us. We never told you can't get. I had been doing good. You know? And that was, that was something that wasn't ruach, spiritual, but in a sense of how people will use things in other people. You can't grade your success and your morality off of other people. You'll mess up, man. It'll be people you'll meet, they'll look like they got their stuff together. It'll look like, man, they got it better than you. I mean, just things clicking. I assure you it's a masquerade. It's a masquerade. I've seen it. I've seen people make more like that. You see it live, you say, man, wow. So you would have thought. It ain't the money. I'll be honest with you, it ain't that. That means you're going to have your house. People feel like if I reach this certain financial pinnacle, then I'll be straight. You're right, probably straight for Sheol. That's why he hadn't let you reach it yet. See, sometimes we pin our salvation or pin our relationship on things. If I could just do this, or if I could just get this. I was talking to somebody else. Now, we had a long conversation. Good conversation. We laughed something too. But I was telling about, they was talking about trying to reach a certain point. And I told them, I said, do you know what it take to get to that point? I said, what it take to get to that point? You have to stay at that point and better to keep it. I said, now explain to me how you going to do that and do this. And everything you got. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of things. How many of y'all like $1 million? You know what it take to get $1 million? Nothing you doing. Nothing you doing is going to equate to $1 million. You got to do way more than what you're doing. And then what you think it take to keep. This is what they think. I get $1 million. So, guess where your $1 million went? To get $1 million, what it takes to maintain $1 million. $1 million has to be nurtured. It has to be invested. It's got to be groomed. It's got to be kept. It's got to be monitored. And you ain't going to have time for nothing else. Because when you get that $1 million, you're going to realize how important it is to get you $2 million. And when you hit that 5, man, I'm talking about, you could see $10 million then. You left when you first started out talking about getting that $1 million. You already at 10. And how much time that going to take? What it going to take to get 10 million? More than what it took you to get that $1 million. Well, I mean, now we done moved from what it took to get the $1 million to what? Lying, cheating. Isn't that right? You don't went to every. A lot of these people don't get. Let me tell you something, man. I've seen a lot of these folks stuff. These folks don't have what they have. These folks been doing stuff right. A lot of folks get balled. They see these folks stuff. I already know what these people do. I've seen too many folks do stuff. I'm telling you, I done saw a guy. He told me that. I said, he said, I said, you know what? I said, that ain't my hustle. It was good. Oh, listen. Boy, I go to Las Vegas, he dropped down some mean money. He went on that one, he said he went to Las Vegas. I think he said he dropped down, he said he lost about 80 grand. He said, I didn't even check out my room, I left all my stuff in my room, just left. Cause every time he said a different car, he said he was just pissed. He said, I was pissed. He said, I didn't get my car, I just left everything in the hotel, I just left. He back doing what he do to get money, but then I learned how he make it money. He said, I said, oh, that's okay. I said, well, that ain't my hustle. I said, but it working for you though. I said, it working for you though. I said, it work. I tell him, I said, listen, man, it worked for you. I just let people know, that ain't my hustle. What you doing, you got a short life to it. You know what I'm saying? You have to just learn to catch people. You realize a lot of these folks, y'all see got stuff. That stuff don't move me. I already know what you're doing. There's very few people that get it, they can total line and say, this is how I make my money. I make my money from this. I'm telling you, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of folks, they don't make their money where you think they're making it. You look, you say, oh, okay, well, that ain't my hustle. Y'all got it? Because I got to make sure at the end of the day, I came to make sure I was saved. The money, I was making money before I even heard it. I was already doing that. So that wasn't I didn't come to try to learn how to make no money. I came from the street. I knew how to make money. I knew how to hustle. That's what I had to do. You had to get it. One nobody going to give it to you, you know what I'm saying? You had to hustle. So at the end of the day, I was through hustling. I want to make sure I live right. And that came with letting everything go to drinking and smoking and women, everything. Just getting rid of the whole look, the whole scenery, everything. Just getting rid of it. You had to get rid of it. You can't keep it. You could think I get pregnant, hold on to it. Maybe I just cut back. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't be so saved and you realize he let you know. He said, I can't. Let me hold on to something. Can't hold on to nothing. Got to let everything go. You know what I'm saying? You try to figure, well, what can I keep? Nothing. You ain't even ready to get saved. You realize that you can't keep nothing. That's the whole problem. That's what got you in the situation you're in. You have to be able to be willing to let it all go in order to obtain. You can go and he can let you run. And this is the thing with Youve. This is what everybody consider. There is none of us in him there doing nothing he don't know. Don't worry about nobody else. He knows. He sits high and look low. Don't look up. He'll look you right in your eyes. Keep your eyes toward the ground so you don't know. Oh, I did it again. Don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself. It's easier to be one way than to be two. And if people don't like me, it's just, and I don't blame them, because I don't like you either. I don't blame them. I ain't going to say I don't like me. I don't like them either. Because you don't even know me. I still don't like you because you don't like the truth. So, but the thing is, at the end of the day, is making sure you're good with what he established. Getting an inner peace. When you don't get an inner peace, you're going to always find something. You're always going to be chasing something. You're never going to get no shalom. It'll be, you know, where there's a comment. You know what I'm saying? I told you like me, I do call him hemp. And I don't do it to escape my problems. I don't do it to get out of my marriage. I hate my marriage, my kids. I don't do it because I don't know how I'm going to make it. I do it because I just like it. I want to go to sleep. I just want to go to sleep. That's it. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to go drive, run. I just want to go to sleep. I want to go to sleep. I just want to stay asleep. I just want to get all that good sleep, and I'm good. I go back. That's it. I'm telling everybody, people got to get stuff. They got to do something to escape something. I ain't trying to escape now. I don't turn on my street and start going real slow, creeping in, stop, look at my house, think about it. I'm rolling. I want to get home. I'm like, I ain't got no reason not to go home. Listen, when they come down, I got to start, I got to stare, I got to look, hit the brake, then go, stop, think. I'm done. Just keep going. I do like the nigga did in Las Vegas. Just leave my stuff there and keep going. That don't need me keep going, man, because somewhere it's a problem. Don't sit around and put yourself through stuff when you don't have to. There's one or two things you do. You fix it or you leave it. Y'all got it. Some people say just quit. You either fix it or you leave it. Hello? That's right. You done lost $60,000 or $80,000 at Las Vegas. You need to go in there with a gun and get your money back. Don't tell them I told you. I got to get something. I'll be outside that door. First nigga come out skinny grin. Get my damn $80,000. Walk. Get my $80,000. You grinning too much. At the end of the day, that don't make us. What makes us is the word. That's why we're here. And our goal is to allow the bar, the word, to have free course and reign. Y'all know they have a free course and reign? Huh? It's like you let a dog, you put a fence around your yard, your dog got free course and reign? No, just to the yard. When you take the gate and let the dog go, so wherever you want, you can go. Isn't that right? You have the liberties to go. So he wants the Ruach HaKodesh to have the liberty. What we do, we don't box it in. Go here, not there. Not there, not there. He said, I can't do it. Because everywhere Yahuwah go, he had to establish superiority. In all parts, he got everything but him. They used to say that about my cousin. He my sacrifice. You laughing. I said my cousin. You okay? Want me to talk about somebody in your family? Everybody know he got a nasty tattoo. So, moving on. They say he was a man of God, said from the waist up. So am I making this up? You remember they said that? They said he was a man of God from the waist up. Said from the waist down he was a hoe. Oh, he did. He ran through them. They said, and this be the one that said that. So they honor him as a man of God. They said because he was a hoe from the waist down, but say a man of God from the waist up. You said people came to that and they bought it, but that just showed it was that many rotten preachers, so many of them. So you just have, just pick the good part of it, the rest of it, you just, it's what it is. And it's unfortunate that this behavior and mindset is among people, they actually have bought into the psychosis that you can be part and not all. He won't even take part. If he can't have all of it, he don't want you. They're like, man, what you want with your wife? I mean, they had a song years ago saying, the OJ, your body here with me, but what was that one? Other side, what that man was doing? I can't be that with you. I got you here, but your mind's somewhere else. He said, he look at, and he like, well, I'm right here though with you. What different that man? He said, I can't get over the fact that some of you is somewhere else. So Yahuwah can't accept us when I'm physically here. What else you want? You know what I'm saying? What else can I do? But your mind is somewhere else. See, we come here, that's why he said we have to be more ready to shama. We heard here, but shama is to listen. That make a difference. Do y'all actually consider that I'm coming to listen so I can hear to do and not just listen to hear? Because it's certain things we'll pick. Okay, that, not that. That, definitely not that. That's going to be a problem. When you start deciding what part of his word you can do and you can't, I assure you're going to be detrimental. Because all of it's the same. There's no parts you're going to keep that ain't going to entail to the other. It all entails together. There's no problem. The man told us to search through the Ketuvim, the script. Why was it?
No one of these shall fail.
No one of these shall fail. Now, see, that's another version. He told us to search it. He said, search the Ketuvim, the scripture, for in them you think you have a long kind, but they are they which testify me. He said, no matter what you read, it's talking about me. That's right. He said, had you believed Musha, you would have believed me. He was talking about me. That was he was talking about me. So it's important to understand that so we understand the relationship that we're trying to establish. Got it? Now we have somebody we see that sit at the pinnacle of the relationship, Yahushua. Y'all got it? This is who we try to mimic. This is who we look to follow to make sure we achieve. This is the only prayer we found that went through and got total success. We know Abraham was a friend. We found the righteous, but we found about his approval while he was here and after he left. He's a stand. Abraham not sitting on the right hand of Elohim. Okay, he's not sitting on the right hand of Elohim. Y'all got it? He was a man that came through the Elohim made a berit with, and he became the Abba of Amunah. Y'all got it? But I assure you, as Yahushua told me in the 8th chapter book of Yukonah, before Abraham was, listen, I was already rolling. I assure you, my time didn't start with Abraham. But we had to give you a physical being of a man who was Talmim complete. Let's take perfect God. People here perfect, they already look for, oh, you almost failed. See, you ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? You misspelled a word. I knew you weren't right. I don't entertain foolishness. That's foolish. I don't entertain conversation. I don't even talk to people talk like my neighbor talk like that. Hey, I don't talk to people. Headache. That's stupid. I was waiting to see if I'm a trip, if I misspell something, or I walk to a wrong car. See, you ain't right. I don't waste time. That's stupidity. He was complete in the fact that every assignment he was given, he did it. Yahushua told you that. Huh? He told him the same thing. He was Talmim. We'll see. We'll look at it. How about that? All right, we're going to give him a great sound of Kato Sarah, and I'm going to try to move forward with it. Is it 8 o'clock for real? No, it ain't. Okay. That thing shining. Yep, that's what I got, 7:30. I think when I looked at it the second time, it went back. Go ahead. We'll go down. Needful. So we don't forget. I be new, our Father. I do for allowing us to be here for your Dabarim, your words, for all you granted to establish us as an arm of people. Baraka us and lamed us, which is to show and teach us, instruct us, and seal us with the Ruach HaKadosh, which is the spirit of separation, making us a gui, a nation, after your own law, after your heart. Barak us that we don't falter and we don't faint, that we don't turn to the right or to the left, but that we do your kudash will, your separated desire. Barak us and let your pioneer oil upon us, which is your face. Let it be our encampment and our protection. Fill our laws with your heart, that we might shakar you, which is to prostrate ourselves before you or worship you,
with our inward parts. Barak us that our laws might be made up to do your will, which are our minds. Barak our laws that don't be hard and stiff toward that which you committed to our trust, which are our hearts. Barak are those that are watching in, those that ask us Palau for me with them, they commit to you in Palau, that you would grant them their lost desire. Be with those that are going through in war-stricken country, disease and pestilence, those that are bereaved, and those that are behind prison walls, storm, flood, fires, whatever the situation, circumstance, we commit them to your trust. Without you, we can do nothing. I do for the Zabak, which is the sacrifice of the slaughter, for the Kum, which is the resurrection, for the Ahab, which is the affectionate attachment, which they call love. Baraka, all that was done by Yahushua, HaMashiach, which is your salvation, the anointed one, in order to bring us to this point to consider our latter ends. We ask that you will search us and see if there be any Rosha Darak, which are any evil ways. Cast it from us and lead us in the Arak everlasting, which is the way of life. Let the debar of our paw, which are the words of our mouth, let the meditation of our laws, which is of our hearts, be acceptable in your And as we prepare to move further, we allow in which we ask that you take full control, that you get the kabod, the glory, kabod, the honor, and the tahalah, the praise, in the Shem, which is the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Let us all say, Amen.
All right. Ready to talk with y'all for a little bit. Now, these are my favorite house shoes. Now, I got Crocs. I hate them. They too bubbly, too ugly. But I wear them when I'm going to get on the plane, so I don't want to think I'm a broke nigga. They don't know these are better. Go to Walmart. I had these things probably about, listen, I had these things probably about 6 years. You got some of these boogies? The black one. These things here is good. Listen, no tails, no break. Hold on for a minute. These some N1s. What y'all got on them, boogie? Just Walmart, just a 12. Them the wrong one. Get these right here, but take yours back and tell them. You got a 12, move that 2 and put an and on it. They ain't had that money to put that extra on it. Walmart was cutting back when he came to buy those. But I think I got them from Walmart. Do Walmart sell N1? I bought these things some years ago for something. I was out of town. You know, you get out there and you get them hotel, you forget your shoes. So you say, well, goodness, man, I got to grab me something. I'm like, I just get something I can just leave down here. Now, I bought that last time we went to the beach down at Murder Beach. I lost them shoes as soon as I got in the water. I was so pissed. Man, I was sitting out, I had lost my shoe. I spent so much time out there for this shoe, man. I was so pissed. I got that shoe, man, I throw that thing. I hit on that shoe. I said, man, that shoe got to come back. Later on that night, that done no good Greek talking about, yeah, man, we got a shoe out there the water we found. We throw it away. I said, my shoe. I've been looking at that shoe all day. I just bought the shoes. So you got a time to learn. Buy the cheapest thing you can find. I know some of y'all, I remember, boy, y'all went all them kids bought them cheap toys, they thought they were going to bring them back. They throw all that stuff in the garbage. Man, now where they going to use a boogie board around here? Man, you got that a Clayton swamp. Man, them alligators going to eat you up in there with that junk. Yeah, I wouldn't get in that reservoir water. That's that poop in there, too. You be swimming out there. Look at that snicker. That's not no snicker. Gonna run, I'm gonna take a bite. It's already the wrapper. Yeah, someone here think about it though. All right, this is what's the name of this? In case someone will look this up, what is it? The Word. That's the name of this program. Okay, it's saying like, yeah, the Word. So for those at home, you want to pull this up. We ain't doing that secret hidden. We'll use this. We'll use Beth Mashiach. We'll use several. We'll use just the Septuagint. If we're doing the Old Testament, the Septuagint is the Greek version. I like for people to know what we're doing. And that's one of the oldest, that's about the oldest you're going to find that's actually, you know, going to be more accurate than anything you're going to get from James. They're still going to be twisted. There's no way to believe that's the people that hated us. that worked for our demise and got us to this separation day actually stood with no truth. And I mean, I don't know how you copied it out. You were condemned the whole time you were right. That's how I know some of them, they had to change it. I ain't gonna write in there saying Tony Smith no lie, I'm gonna change it. It's gonna affect me. So don't you think when they wrote and copied, they had to look at some of the stuff we write condemns us. So certain things you weren't going to find. We talked about before, like in the 18th chapter, I think it's in the book of Matthew, when the young man came and asked Yahushua, 19, asked them, what must he do to be saved? And he asked them how to read the Torah. You see what the Catholic Church, Roman Catholic Church told him. They didn't even put Shabbat in there.
Right.
They didn't. They only gave him 6 of them and tell him that's it. The man said, all these have I done for my youth. Now these Christian churches will argue to tell you, I tell you what Jesus told a young man. He ain't even say nothing about the Sabbath. And Jesus said he kept it. That's because you have a transgender book.
Right.
And the people that orchestrated your book took things out that condemned them.
Right.
Think about it. The whole coming, where they try to give you what they call, quote unquote, the New Testament, which I call the second Berith, second covenant, because it never disannulled the first. It only came to confirm it, that the same attributes were there. Y'all got it? So don't let these people make no fool out of it. They did that for years, and I taught that stuff, and I taught down a lot of Hebrews like they couldn't defend their position. And what you learn, just because people can't defend their position don't mean you're right. It just means they're not well capable in what they're doing. A lot of people felt like, okay, you've been condemned, you're wrong. It's just some people don't have the knowledge. Y'all got it? You know, you deal with somebody that's more astute, then you'll see you're not actually right. You just dealt with some people that weren't well qualified. Y'all got it? Shabbat is very much implementing this right. But of course, these people tell lies and they get you mad. If Yahushua was going to tear down Shabbat and the synagogue, if people say, because they got the church now, then they run right to Kazun, they call Revelation, and he told you about the synagogue.
Yeah.
Never said the church. They told he wrote about the church, but he told the folk with the synagogue of Satan.
That's right.
So maybe they interchange and put stuff because they cripple, they mess up all the time. After his move, they told us it's the church. One of them synagogues, he established the church, which is a complete lie. The man never established no church.
That's right.
That's all Christian antics. More rhetoric they give us to make a fool out of it. Now we get out here, you know, we look at these Christian people, they good people. No. Let me tell you, Christians are misguided people.
Yeah.
Who've been misinformed. I've never seen one yet with a clear conscience or mind and right. Because if you tell me sounding here, you got to consider. A lot of stuff I never considered. Nobody couldn't explain what they were talking about. I've never seen one of them guys yet that were able to, let me say that, I ain't saying nobody could now. But for the people that tried to tell me about pork, they didn't know, they didn't have enough information. Because I hit them with something, they didn't know what to do with it.
That's right.
So I just excuse everything they were saying because you don't know what you're talking about. You're saying something, you don't even know what you're talking about. I can show you right here, the man said it. Versus they should look at first, using a transgender book.
Right.
But mind you, they were using the same book I was using.
Right.
So they'd have told me it was wrong, it was gonna be a problem. When I use it, I tell you why we use it. So I can show you and go through and show you errors this man made. From
Right.
books that they say they copied from. I ain't just saying his book wrong. His book come from other books. I'll show you the books he took it from. They never recorded it. How did you translate the book from someone and they never even used any of the type of connotations you use? So you didn't. You say you copied out and you completely copied the wrong thing because you didn't copy. You took what fit you and you took what disembargoed us or bottled our minds up, and that's why the Negro is so confused. That's why he run around the church screaming and hollering with all this wig and weave on, the men gay. They messed us up.
That's right.
Man, read a whole book, read whole Sodom and Gomorrah, man, destroyed the whole city for homosexuality. All of a sudden now, nobody said nothing about sexes.
Yep.
Roman the first, after the man dead, the man said and told these folks.
Yep.
He gave you up
That's right.
to dishonor your body.
That's right.
If a man would have made you dishonor your body.
That's right.
That's New Testament. The man said he gave you up. Jesus, now, why did Shaul, who met Yahushua, come along and the man gave him, revealed to him, and the man told you he gave you up to uncleanness? Why you think you ain't doo-doo, nigga?
That's right.
Nigga, your name doo-doo. That's your government name. I'm trying to run and push that stuff on everybody, trying to make somebody accept it. Won't you accept heterosexuality?
That's right.
You know what's stupid? Why you sitting around listening to somebody trying to tell you to accept homosexuality when they want to accept heterosexual?
Right.
That makes absolutely no sense. Won't they accept you? Accept how you were born.
Mm-hmm.
Man, got no business with no pickle in their booty.
That's right.
I eat pickle. It's been a long time. I ain't gonna eat one like I'm eating no peanuts.
That's right.
I ain't never sucked on no pickle.
That's right.
Got no business sucking on
No,
no
sir.
pickle.
No, sir.
Slap that thing straight out your hand.
That's right.
Never had no man say I had no deal pickle you in and out. Look at me. Look at me. No. That's where society gone though. That's just being honest. I don't know why folks act like we don't owe nobody no apology for being straight.
That's right.
Why you run? Why don't we go get a day? We march down the street. We straight. We already there. Ain't no need. Well, it don't even make sense. Bunch of we straight. We straight. We straight with some straight clothes on. Cause we that's ridiculous. We already know why you think they keep pushing with the mud. They keep trying to enforce something they know folk won't accept. Gotta go gay up no street with all them colors. Now I get my ticket. Tell me, man, police, stop. Give me a ticket. For what? Because I'm not walking through this gay crosswalk. That's right. Take my chance, run across the spread. I'm not walking through no gay stuff. Tell me, man, I put him on stop. He said, what you say? Write me a ticket. I'm not walking through this crosswalk. Ain't nobody looking at me. Done videoed that thing and slowed it down. All that image and stuff and give that deal pickle. No. I see them things like Midtown on the backside of Midtown. They should have been kicking their behind for going on the ground drawing it. That's right. That stupid fellas out of walk there, pour paint on that junk. To get that junk up, that's a crosswalk. That's right. How you get to a point somebody drawing that food and no faggot stuff between no crosswalks? Right. Niggas ain't got no business going through it the way they claim they ain't straight. That's right. Yes, sir. They need to draw the lines wiggly. Yeah. Got no business walking through no straight line. That's against what you claiming. All right, come on. The word. The word. The word. Let's see. All right. This is the Greek. This is the Latin version to King James Perversion. So we put both of them up for the old Washington. So I can't twist up nothing. Let's go with it. The Latin version is older than James' version. James claimed they copied from him so we can see the inaccuracy. That's all we're doing. We all grew up, our grandparents grew up with this book, the King James Perversion. But now we go back to look at, this is what's scary. This is how illiterate Christians are. And they don't realize they just in bad shape. The fact that, so let's go with 1611. That's your guy, okay. What was going on 1610? Because yours didn't get printed at 1611. What were they doing in 1610? I was like, this ain't hard. Just tell me they were doing the day before your book got printed. What were they reading? What were they believing? See, the whole thing it's just psychotic. I don't care about this God word. Okay, so he didn't start talking to 1602? We had complete quietness for 1602. 1602, he jumped up, 62 books. According to them, they came apocryphal, so we give him the other book. What was he saying before all this? This is not hard. People just sound just simple. Don't put this on me. Tell me I fell away. Common sense. Your book is stamped and dated. 1611 version. What would they believe in 1610? Because that book had to get printed, then it had to get published and put out to people. So that changed some of the dogma. What were they believing before the change? And then we keep going back. When you get to the Latin Vulgate, let's date it. Where did they copy this from? Right. Now you start to get down to the nitty gritty of we get closer to what he said. So this will refute all the arguing. That got it. That's right. That'll get that. But it's kind of like colors. You keep making shade. Yellow was just yellow. White was just white. Black was just black. Now I had a truck. It was Denali black. The truck was gray. At night it looked purple. See, stuff like that messed people up. Do you remember the truck? The truck was purple at night. It had a purplish look. In the daytime it was gray. The color was Denali black. Had you just put black on there, wouldn't be no argument. Nighttime I said, the truck purple. I said, no, it's black. It's purple. Daytime is gray. It's black. So it caused so much confusion because you keep shading things. Like they might argue, that's not really yellow. That's like another kind of yellow. Yellow is like banana or something. You know what I'm saying? So you keep making these like a blue is blue. Then you got a sky blue kind of. And then why people like it, just leave everything aside because you keep leaving room. Then some blues kind of move over in the grayish. See what I'm saying? You keep putting the stuff to where it's so much, it can be argumentative. Your white was white. That's not really white. It's like pearl. There's just too much going on, man. We didn't have all this years ago. White was just white. You didn't have no pearl shirt. You had a white shirt. You know what I'm saying? I know people say, we need something different. But see, they use all these different shading of colors and not just being concrete so it can be argumentative, just like the King James perversion. Yeah, it's argument. It's some color. We'll sit here and we'll argue all day about it. Pull somebody else in, they'll disagree with both of us. Now, that nigga, they're crazy. We thought we were crazy. We wouldn't have to argue if stuff was just solid than what it is. All right, now you had pink. Now they got, no, it's fuchsia. Nigga, where this stuff come from? It was paint. You had pink, white, blue, black, and yellow, and green. There's so many, I don't know what he cut. There's so much stuff where he got red, and red rosy. And you got cherry red. It's just too many red. Rudolph the red-nosed red. They just had you so far, him or so much. But you know, while we'll look at it, we don't realize a lot of times they introduce that so it can make arguments. Yeah. So now you can have, see the difference, like I remember just we're talking about like debating. How they get you now, debating is basically the art of getting people to defend their position about one situation. It ain't about 100 things. You're debating an issue and people being able to have their clarity on their defense of why their rationale or their reasoning is their stance. Now it's so wiggly, wily, you know, to where you really don't know. I don't really know who I want to go with. I mean, both of them got a good point because they leave it where it's hard to get one concrete point. Just like when it comes to religion. Why do you think all these people got? Because they graded. They blue graded. You see what I'm saying? So it's so much, they denali blacked it to where now it's so argumentative about stuff, you really, everybody got a point. You can get anybody up and everybody have, you know what, that's a good point. Because there's no solid reasoning for things now. And our goal is to get to the solid, concrete reasoning of why we're doing what we're doing. Not just a gut feeling. I'm not trying to go with my gut. Man, this gut done let terrorists in my drawer before. You can't just run off with your gut. Hold on. How many of y'all gut ain't never let no turd on you? That's what I thought. A whole one? What you thought you doing them diapers? Them pull up and them drawers. Don't try to act nothing. Try to act like that one was top at. You all that, that true diaper. Pull up and them drawers. Ain't that right? No gun wearing a turtle. Ain't that right? Don't put that Snicker Brown. Hershey Black in there before. Don't play. Turds will switch up like that. One time you get one of them light brown ones. You got one of them jet black ones. Yeah, it'll happen. Don't try to act like it. Y'all swap up now. All right, come on, get this up now. This is 15 and 4 Romans. Listen.
For whatever Nikatab before.
For whatever things were written before.
Nikatab for our language.
It was written to show us, to teach us, to instruct us. That's the whole purpose of why you mean. And with understanding what y'all guys recite, y'all young people, you understand the importance of somebody saying, I'm going to teach you. That means I'm going to show you. I'm going to instruct you on what you're supposed to do. The problem is, we hear teaching, we don't think about all the derivatives of how it works. So therefore, they come, we don't pay a whole lot of attention to it. The whole problem you being taught is that you're going to be instructed. You're going to be shown. Y'all got it? Let's see what happened.
That we, through endurance.
So we're going to use Yahushua. That's right. Somebody holler pride. Who that was? That was you blinded. I know him. I heard his voice way up here. He's in my pride. That's right. Pride's coming. That's right. Patience, which is actually endurance. So that's what we're looking at. We're trying to get the whole purpose that we need somebody to show us how to endure.
That's right.
Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you just don't do it. You got to see other people do it. Most people look at champions are built from other champions.
Yeah.
Oh, you watch any great fighter tell you he gonna watch other great fighters.
That's
He
right.
gonna tell ain't no great fighter gonna tell I ain't watch nobody. That's a lie.
That's
a lie.
right.
You gonna watch other fighters. You're gonna study them.
Yep.
You're gonna study the greats. You're gonna see what makes them great. You're gonna want to learn what makes them great. You know how they do things. So that's what we do. We go through and we read our Ketuvim that they call it, the Kitab, the writings. We go through to look at other people that had endurance. And that's how we learn how to pace ourselves based off of them. And we're being taught how to do that. And
Nakum.
that's right, reward, prize. That's what you get for endurance of
The Ketubim
other writings.
might have your call.
That's right.
Tikva.
They're both on the same thing. I got that. Guess what? I like your call for the fact that what it does. We talk about tikva mean a cord, attachment, but for me, your call would mean more to I have an expected weight. But
Right.
think about it for me. When I'm reading the writings were only written to show me, to instruct me that I can endure and get a reward of the writings. I might have an expected weight.
Right.
That's what keep me from giving up. I'm expecting something. Y'all got on in the let me see, and Oriel that they call Luke 24. You had to get in about 47, 46, 47, 48, 49. He told him, behold, I send the promise, the Shabbat of my Abba upon you. What do you want to do? Tear weight. That's how these folk go to church, Christian church, and get on their knees. Jesus. That's not tear. Look up tear. Let's see what tear means. So this is holding the church. You know, the folks say, and people feel like I'm serving God. I'm serving. You just serving the best you can. That's the bad. There's nowhere in the book writing, I don't care, King James, that says serve me best you can. It ain't written. It's an order. If everybody in the street says I'm serving the best I can. So you serving the best I can don't mean I got to be him. I can serve the best I can not coming. That's the best I can. I can serve the best I can in adultery. I can serve the best I can in fornication. I can serve the best I can in homosexuality. I can serve the best I can as a drunk, as a wino, as a crackhead. I'm serving the best I can. But he never set that in play. We have to serve him according to the writings. So does the writing mandate your behavior? All right, listen. Terry. See that? So far, 3 people done did it. I just had to get it. Stay longer than intended. Delay leaving a place. Tell me how you came up with on your knees in front of the pew chair, slobbing, calling the name Jesus. You remember that? Y'all remember old folk you do that? Y'all remember folk you do that? Terry. Y'all remember Terry? They call it Terry. They have Terry service. Anytime you go to a nigga church, you tearing. Stay longer than you intended. I had planned on getting out of for then. So every service for a nigga church is tarry service. I don't know what, but I mean, they tell you stuff. They say, there you go. He shoot him down, then he used him. I'm showing you in simple English they hadn't got it right. There's no way possible they got it right from a spiritual man. You don't even understand simple English. Tarry is the only weight. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's see this 8 and 44. Your Ukanan, we ain't read that in a while. I just want to make sure we understand. Your Ukanan, they'll call it John, but the name is your Ukanan. And what does this book mean? Yahuwah is gracious. So we want to look and see how. 6 and 44, I'm sorry. All right. That's what he told her.
No each can come to me.
Hold, stop. If we left it right there, who can come? Nobody. That's what he tried to tell them. And believe it or not, we're going to read the rest of it, but he just told you nobody couldn't come. Y'all know that? Nobody couldn't come to him. That's according to what he just said right there. Nobody could come to him. Give me something similar. Similar. Something you've been taught. That's tight. Who? Vashti. What you think about his answer? He got it. Y'all thinking right. Y'all exactly right. How many of y'all don't know what he's talking about? He said Vashti. I know what he's talking about, though. How many of y'all don't know what he's talking about? That's tight. Ain't but 4 people don't know what he's talking about. All these people smart. Okay, 5. They get quicker. So the other one, I'm just get y'all up. Y'all explain it. I'm a big guy. He's talked about Vashti. Vashti was one he told Vashti wouldn't come. So he used that Vashti wouldn't come. She was bade to come, but she wouldn't. So we actually look at Hadassah. And the reason why you look at that one, because basically when Hadassah came to him, Hadassah came when nobody was supposed to come. Yeah, it was on the penalty of death. The Malak had already put out, nobody could come to him. Let's look at this. Let's just say, hold on, let's finish this first. We'll show you. See, I want y'all to always think, but this don't make sense. Except
The Abba, which has sent me, draw him,
and what happened?
and I will comb him up at the last Youve.
All right, let's look at it. The book Hadassah. What book they call it? What's their name for that book? A star. Esther. They'll call it Esther. I use both of her names. A star. And they knew what they were doing. Hadassah. That's her name. It means myrtle. Hadassah. Let me see 6 and 1. 5, 4, 5. Let me see. 6. Let me see what 6 and 1 say. We probably got to go back to 4 or 5. We'll figure. We'll get it. This is based on what we read. Did we finish reading 6 and 44? No each could come unto me, except the Abba which sent me draw him. Y'all hear that? Draw him. And I'll comb him up at the last Youve. We did read that, didn't we? They just said, no, we didn't. Oh, not the whole thing. We didn't read all the 6 and 44 again. No, Cam. I think we read that part. I'm not sure. But we'll come back. I want to see this. Okay, but we'll go to 4. 5 and 1. See, if Joe Biden had a law, he'd have been like the Malak right there. That night he couldn't sleep. He commanded he commanded the book be brought and be read.
That's
So he
right.
couldn't even sleep that night.
That's
that
right.
thing bar.
That's
Biden
right.
ain't got no law in him. They
Nope.
don't care. I tweeted him today. Elon, I'm looking for you to keep me out. Break a nigga off a Tesla. I ain't saying that inappropriate. I just told him he need to just go and take it red. Let another young man get that job.
That's right.
Terrible, man. He got terrible. Okay, so we'll go and we'll back up from him. All right, this is right here. Let's see what happened. Now we'll back up from him. Come on. So we declare the end at the beginning. Listen.
Now it came to pass on the Shalashi Youve that Hadassah put on her royal apparel and stood in the court of the Malak's bed, over against the Malak's bed, and the Malak sat upon his royal throne.
Oh, stop. Back down, please. Back. Right. Hold on. And she put off her mean dress. He had that mean dress on. Y'all how that got that dress? That thing mean. See, I got to do more than one thing. I know y'all read one. Don't worry about it. Don't try to do it. You got to be in the spirit. You throw your back out. Don't even worry about it. She put out her mean dress and put on her glorious apparel. They just came on to tell you what she put on. But it's important to know to put on something, you got to do what?
Take off some.
That's why a lot of y'all mess up. You try to put on Yahushua HaMashiach, you ain't put off nothing.
That's right.
See, now that'll make sense based off the 13th chapter of the book of Romans. Talking about how, and knowing it was high time to wake out of what? For now is our Yeshua nearer when we first summoned. He said that for the night for the Layla. Hold on. No, the night is far spent. The day is at hand. You just shooting. But I know your white kid at home right now saying, "Stop it, Daddy." I know the art. She'll send me a video. Man, she sent my wife the sweetest little video. I said, ain't that something? Just stole her mama's phone and just did such a great little job with it. Hopefully she'll send me one time. Papa, I don't know what my dad was doing up there. No, but he gonna try to read it. You go ahead and check it. It's the night is far spent because they're gonna tell you that the Youve is at hand.
That's right.
Let us therefore cast off the works of, see, and put on. So wouldn't it make sense she put off her mean dress? To put on her apparel. First thing we look, she put on, they said, well, she could have been naked. What she had on before that. So that let her know how you got to change your appearance before you even appear before the Malak. See, the first thing we do, we'll pop just like Rumpelstiltskin or something. Just pop up like it's nothing. But she looked at, it was important to take off what she had and put on something that would be more appeasing toward him. Y'all got it? More appealing toward him. So stuff like this is key for me because first thing my mind started to read, I'm starting to connect. They say connect the dots. Here they don't tell you. They just told you that the day that a star, they put Esther put on her royal apparel and stood in the inner gate. It don't tell me that she took off something. See, just like us, we're going to appear before Yahuwah and you're going to be the same person. You got to put off the mean clothes. You're going to put on something going to be more apparel for him. See that? She talked about glorious. Even Shaul said we're going to put off these vile bodies. They're going to be changed unto a glorious body. See that? All that makes sense because you're looking at appearance. Okay. All right, let's go. Listen.
And the Malak sat upon his royal throne in the royal beth over against the dall of the beth. And it was so when the Malak saw.
Stop. Reads different. Over against the Malak's beth, and the Malak sat upon his royal throne in the royal house, in the hall. There might have been a kingdom hall, right here where it started. Over against the dall of the house. Being splendidly arrayed and having called upon Elohim, the overseer. This ain't God. She kind of overseer. What's the name they get an overseer for that? Listen, but see, this this time of him. And having Yakra upon Elohim, the overseer and preserver of all. She took her two maidens, and she leaned upon one, and as a delicate female, and the other followed bearing her train. This didn't tell us that. You say everybody wrong? Oh, no, I thought I heard you say everybody wrong. But that makes a difference, though. That's a different verse? Found one. Alternative statement. Oh, let's see. That's a lot. That's a lot. Because it don't read this over there. This let her know that she called upon Elohim, the overseer. Do me a favor. Let's go to the Septuagint. Let me see the Septuagint, what it say. Let me say that. Don't be surprised when things read differently and other things get added we didn't know. Make a difference. You see, they put the Maccabees in there. It's still stuff I kind of question, but I will not fight those books right now because I don't want to spend more time fighting than I do understanding. Sometimes we go out and fighting something we're going to need to understand. And I think the part that gets us a lot of times with it is the fact they weren't there. So it don't call his name Artaxerxes either, does it? What name do they call him? Ahasuerus versus Artaxerxes. Because there was an Artaxerxes 1 and 2, right? I think his adopted son or his grandson was Artaxerxes the second. It was at 5 and 1. Y'all at 1. What is this, 6 and 1? They coming back. This is 5 and 1. No, this is the first chapter. I want chapter 5, please. 6, no. I want 5. Who said 6? Okay. We were definitely at 5. Yeah, he was definitely out there. Because we got to go to 4. All right, let's see. Let's read it here. And it came to pass on the third Youve, when she had ceased plowing, that she put off her mean dress and put on her glorious apparel, and being splendidly arrayed, and having upon Elohim, the overseer and preserver of all things. Make a big difference than what it said in that James Version.
That's true.
Because with James verse, okay. She took her 2 maids, and she leaned upon one as a delicate female, and the other followed bearing her train. And she was blooming in the perfection of her beauty, and her face was cheerful, and it were benevolent, but her heart was straitened for Yara. And having passed through all the doll, well, no, doll, I don't know the plural for doll, she stood before the Malak, and he sitting upon his royal throne, and he, royal won't be right, and he had put on all his glorious apparel. Okay, this is totally different. We don't read none of that. But anyway, purpose, we'll go back. Give me the 4th chapter. Go to the 4th chapter. Same book, y'all. Same book. 4, back me up to, what's the last verse of 4? We'll back it up.
17.
17, back me up about 11. Hadassah. Somebody, baby, trying to make a turd. They start that grinding like that. A turd trying to be made. Let's see. Let's see how they do this. All right, this is verse 11. All right, so okay, let's see. This is verse 11. This is her telling her cousin Mardarki, who they are Marduki, that they'll call Mordecai. His name means little man. All right, listen.
And the Malak's Abadim and the arm of the Malak's provinces do know that whosoever, whether Ish or Ashah, shall come into the Malak, into the inner court, who is not Kara,
uncalled. What happened?
There is one Torah of his to put him to moot, except such to whom the Malak shall hold out the golden scepter, that he may Kai, but I have not been Kara to come in unto the Malak these 30 Yamin.
Y'all pay attention. So this is what they told you had to happen. There was one law. He had put a decree that nobody could come under him. Y'all see that? Except he drew you. And the only way he could draw you, he had to hold out the golden scepter. So when Yahushua told us this conversation that no Ish could come under me except the Abba would sit me, draw him, this is not hard for us to understand. There's a law right here already been told to you that nobody could come to him. So the reason why she dressed in the apparel was because of Yara, fear. There was a fear when she came before him. That's how we supposed to do. You supposed to serve him in fear and trembling.
That's right.
But you don't, because you ain't scared of nothing happening to you when you commit kata. She was afraid for her life. And that's how it came in. If people don't know, that's how it introduced what they call, when you come into Purim, they had a fast of Hadassah. She actually told them that she had them to fast for her. Yeah, she had them to fast for her. She was afraid they were going to kill her. She was going to die. Yeah, she told them. Then she told me, if I die, then let me die. Mordecai had to get that drove out of her.
That's right.
He let her know if she don't do it, if you don't go before him, he should just know you and your Abba house ain't going to be free. And that our deliverance, he said that our Yasha going to come through another way.
That's right.
But you and your Abba house, he said, y'all not going to be free though. There's going to be some torment come on you. She considered it. She let them know. She came back to let them know. Then y'all pull out for him. I'm going, she said, and if I die, then let me die.
That's right.
Ain't that right? So I'm saying,
right.
I bet she did the same thing like you did. I don't want to do it.
That's right.
Well, I want to risk my life of going here for and get killed. That's stupid.
That's right.
Until he put it on, it was going to just let them know that you and your father's house ain't going to be free now.
That's right.
Y'all ain't getting away now if you don't do it. A lot
That's
of folks
right.
don't realize it's in your benefit to work with us.
Yes, sir.
If you don't, you and your father, your whole father house, it's going to come down.
That's
it's in
right.
your benefit to do what we try to tell you to do. You want to work with us.
That's right.
I'll ask Yahuwah, everybody that show accounting and people that do to us, I ask Yahuwah the Baraka.
That's right.
Oh yeah, if folks support us, if folks send money, send PayPal, cash out, people send Baraka. No folks, listen, Yahuwah give them favor. That's Yahuwah will. Listen, folks that show kind of us and that sit and do for us, Yahuwah got a Baraka.
Mm-hmm.
You Baraka people that got a mind to go through and serve. A lot of these religions not finna go through all this stuff.
Mm-mm.
They'll get one book and just keep rolling. We check, we read some of that whole. Didn't read that before. What we say? Let's just scratch that out. Let's stay with what we had. It's just a bunch of extra stuff. No, we're trying to get it right.
That's right.
That's the only reason we're going through it. We just want what's right. Come on.
Verse 12.
You can go ahead. Listen.
And they told Mordecai Hadassah's dabarim. Then Mordecai commanded to answer Hadassah, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape.
You see what he told her? Go and say to Astar, say not to thyself that thou alone will escape in the Malkuth more than all the other Yahudim. That's what he told her. 14.
For if thou altogether holdest thy shalom at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance come to the Yahudim from another Malkum.
I don't like all that government talking. For if thou shalt refuse to hearken on this occasion, which is a favorable opportunity, help and protection will be to the Yahudim. He let her know. So don't worry about it. We still gonna get help and protection. He said, you don't have to do nothing on this occasion. Y'all hear that? Will be to the Yahudim from another quarter. It's gonna come through from another way. But thou and thy father's bed will perish, and you knows. No, they know. We know some black. That you knows. That nigga conversation. That's how we know they were black.
Who knows?
If thou hast been made Malkah for queen for this very occasion, you ain't gonna believe it. That's the only reason Yahushua was made Malak.
That's right.
So our deliverance could come.
That's right.
That's what he just told you right now.
That's right.
That's why he told us to search it. He said, you think you have a long Kai? He said, talk about me.
That's right.
They was telling you about him, why he was made Malak.
That's right.
That was the only, he let him know, why you think you were made, why you think you got that position? He didn't get that position because it was him, he got it so he could be able to deliver us.
That's right.
Nobody could come in. That's why he let him know that no east could come into it except he draw you.
That's right.
Now let's go back and look right quick at the 5th chapter. Did it make sense to y'all?
Yes, sir.
Y'all have heard that, the 44, 6, 44, I don't know how many times. But when you get understanding, the 5th chapter, same book. Let's see what happened. Because she could have died. 5, we left out 5 and 6. That was a long 6. Come on down. Come on. Roll. Strong. Okay, woo. 6. Okay, 6. Go up a little bit before the home. No, what's that? No, come on. Okay. This is the 5th chapter, right?
Yes, sir.
Go back up to the 5th verse. All right. Woo. Let's see. Hold on for a minute. 4? Where do we leave off on this at? 5th chapter. 2? Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Go ahead.
And it was so when the Malak saw Hadassah the
This
Malkah.
is the 2nd chapter.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Listen what he did.
Standing in the court that she obtained favor in his and the Malak held out to Hadassah the golden scepter that was in his hand. So Hadassah drew near and touched the top of the scepter.
Oh, stop. It's laid on her neck over here. Hold on, slow down. Come down. I'm trying to stop. And having raised the golden scepter, he laid it upon her neck and embraced her and said, I don't know how she grabbed on her neck. It's right here. Trying to make sure you don't kill me with it. And embraced her and said, speak to me. And she said to him, I saw thee, my Adon, as a Malak, as a Malaki, a messenger of Elohim. And my Lord was troubled for fear of thy kabul. For thou, my Adon, art to be wondered at, and thy piney is full of kaseed. Well, Khan, favor, and Rekam, I think, for grace. And while she was speaking, she fainted and fell. Then the Malak was troubled, and all his Abadim comforted her. This just said it over there. Never heard it. Never heard it. Come back down. Let me look at what he was saying. That makes sense. If you think about it, from what she said, and she's saying him being like the Malak or being like a Malak Elohim. If you look at when the people saw them, they would fall down and shakar them. Yep. Even Shamshun, his parents, when they met him, when he appeared to his mother, his father, they all fell down and bowed to him. They looked at it. They looked at these guys appearing. He felt these folk made hasty people. People did obvious to them. They looked at these were messengers of Elohim.
That's right.
So it made sense that she would have fainted. She said because of the kabod and glory, she realized Elohim had established him for that purpose.
Right.
Because only Malak could give a decree to release or keep people.
That's right.
That's why it made sense for Yahuwah to tell us about him being a Malak. We look to him because a Malak can make a decree. Yep. Most of y'all don't even know. You know, even, let's just go with this, okay? And go with what we learned here. Do y'all know the only way these books could be written? Why y'all think they call it the King James Version? They didn't write this on their own. They actually went to James, who was James of Scott, first James of England. They went to him because only Malak or the people of Elohim could decree that you could write this book. They would kill you for this. Mm-hmm. Only Malak could give a decree. You couldn't just write no your righteous. Everybody who did that, they killed them. Tinsdale was hung. The other guy from Rothenburg, from over in the Netherlands, they killed him. You couldn't just translate no book. You can't do it. You don't have the authority. So people understood the power, authority of a king, of a Malak, an emperor. I told y'all, we all look at Haile Selassie. Don't had to bow down. They can't Haile Selassie. Haile Selassie won't let you come. You had to get on your knees. Listen, you had to get on their knees. He said, I'm the emperor. I am the emperor of Ethiopia. You had to get on your knees. I am an emperor. No white folk got on their knees in front of that man. They won't tell you that. They give all the history. He came to JFK funeral. He wore a military. Listen, these folk, we the only people. Listen, wait for that man. These folk bound that knee, cursed the knee for Elizabeth. Elizabeth tell you, he ain't never did it to her. He never kissed her hand. She do the cursing for him. They don't even show you stuff like they do that. Because that would make you think, white folk, them folk respected that man. They know that. He told them, I'm the ruler of Ethiopia. The people had to. That man can show his lineage. That he'll come down, he descended down from the Malak of the Yemen, over between Yemen, they believe in Somalia, that his lineage, actually he could tie his lineage over. That's why the folk was scared of him. He could actually show his lineage. They believed that he descended from her. That he could prove that he went back over to Shalom. That's why the folks sat down and do it. That's why he stood the way he stood. The man walked with two big giant arteries on the side of him. You saw how little he was. They be that big. That man walked with two big giant arteries beside him. That man walked with authority. These white folks, I don't know why folks scared of. Listen, you walk this, can't find that body, he gone. Now I don't believe nothing about say about him being no saved now. Please don't go tell nobody that lie. I don't believe it. I just appreciate a black man that stand on something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Shakur. All right, a Shakur man, all right, dark man actually standing for something and showing you these white people will follow it. The problem is niggas are scared. Oh, what we scared? We ain't even done the wrong. We scared to talk. We scared of police. We scared of jail. We scared of jail. We scared of everybody. We scared of our wives. We scared of our kids. When we gonna be scared of the Creator? None of these folks ain't nobody made us. We are the original people. How the original people scared of everybody?
Right.
Before you came, we was here.
That's right.
When that man came down and he moved over here and he shone over the water, that was my face.
Yeah.
That book told you the face out here and moved over the my That's my face. That's right. That's why they can look and see their face shine. A black man face shine. What you gonna do when Elohim appear? Bad shape. We the only people we scared. These folks will show you a white Jesus. Jesus ain't even got no years behind to be old enough to save nobody. He ain't never saved nobody. And all the niggas on their knees crying to him. You show these white folks a black man, they refuse to get on their knees. Show them references, you show them history, you show them region, you show them common sense, and they won't do it. They'll still run, and the niggas will run. The niggas will fight you for the white one.
That's true. It's true.
We're scared for him to look like a will go. Nigga go learn one, do that 2 times. I'm Buddhist. Because you kicked your leg in there? Stop it. Man, they ain't got no time behind it. What were the people, everyone these folks there, what were the people before that? All these people conjure up a God from an Elohim. Everything they did, they makeshift. These people ain't never had nothing. These folks know they ain't never had nothing. Them folks in India know they ain't got nothing. What that boy Sanji? Dr. Sanji, the cleanest thing they got, he ain't nothing but a done demon.
That's right.
Dr. Sanji look just like that little Hindu god they got. Okay. So I just wanted to show y'all how she failed, because she looked there for fear. When nobody couldn't approach him and that man let you approach, When the Nabaim would tell you how he would appear to them, they felt as dead. They would tell you that they felt as dead when they seen him. They were undone. Isn't that right? Even yes, Yahoo told you in the 6th chapter that the year that Uzziyahu, they call Uzziah, when he moved, he said, that's when I seen Yahuwah. Mm-hmm. He was high
And lifted up.
and it trained.
Filled him.
They were behind it carrying the same way they were carrying her. That's how they did it. Trained, filled the temple. He started telling how that man, he said, I am undone. I became unraveled. When I seen the caboodle of this man, the majesty of this man, see, they took all that away from us. It used to be one time, it was impressive to see a black man. Folks be more impressed with a drag queen.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Drag queen got some drag for. Man, don't y'all know a black man, an emperor? Anything say emperor. You know what? Y'all start greeting each other, you call each other emperors. Call you uncle, they don't call them Malak. Then y'all got to start living up to the expectation.
That's right.
Oh, ain't taking nothing away, but you think different. You act different. That's the truth, you act different. Folks ain't something, these people know who they dealing with. That's why they work they despise you, so they'll try to brain shame you. That's how they feel better about themselves, and you'll buy into the hype of it. Folks can't be better than you, that's stupid. Ain't nothing better than somebody mind stayed on you that'll do his kudos with. They don't make nothing better than that. These folks tell themselves all the lies they want to. They know they lying to themselves. Got a book that reference what we doing. Come on back over to that 6th chapter, 6 and 44, Yukonon. You know, why are my people so scared? Yes, I do. These folks done ran us so long. They just took it from us. Our manhood just gone. They think, oh, I can still have sex. Slaves did that. You ain't doing nothing new. It ain't like if the slaves didn't have sex, how we got him?
Yeah.
Nigga, don't be stupid. Talking about they ain't got your manhood. They took it from the slaves. You don't have a manhood. Ain't that right? We don't have no history. They don't wipe, man, every tutor dog, they wiping us out. We get more of a tutor dog. Ain't no father. No active fathers. No active father. What you think happened event? Yeah, there'll be some that's going to break that stigma, okay? But what you think will happen to the rest of them? That's what they look at. How many they're going to break over time? Oh, yeah. You'll have your 1 and 2 and 4 and 5 that'll break out and write a book or go do something successful. But what about the rest of them? That keep flooding our juveniles. That keep overloading our prison system. They know they're doing. That's part of them destroying our home. And the white man sat back and at the door, he innocent. Right. That's right. He can hang his hand up all he wants to. That bastard is an octopus. You think you looking at the hand? That bastard got 6 more hands working. He's an octopus. Don't ever believe because you see a hand. Come on, show me your hand. He got to show you all 8 of them. Come on, look him in his face. You got to walk all the way around. He got one on the backside too. That's what Yahushua told us. All right, 6 and 44. Listen.
No east can come to me.
See that? See how it makes sense. Come on.
Except the Abba which has sent me draw him.
You ain't gonna believe it. Listen what happened.
And I will come him up at the last Youve.
Let me ask y'all a question. When she passed out, did they leave her on the ground? He got up too, didn't he? Makes sense, didn't it? He got up too, didn't he? He combed up too, didn't he? And he got up, then it makes sense why she fainted. He did exactly what he told you. No ish can't come out of me. He had to put the scepter out. That's how he draw you and let you know you can draw near. And let him know, and I'll cool him up. What you gonna do with that man caboodle girl? You gonna be falling out of dead too. What you think gonna happen when you see that man? You can't behold that. Your mind can't fathom it. And that'll overtake you. I'm talking about starstruck. It folk faint for these little regular nigga around him. Nigga fall out. These nigga fall out in front of the manager at McDonald's. I had him woe is me. I done got 2 fish fillet. Nigga, there ain't nothing to fall out about. Oh, fish fillet. That's a cheap garbage. You don't even know what kind of fish that is. 99% catfish, 1% pollock. I know. That's why they put all that tartar sauce to cover it up. So you bite that whisker, you'll keep eating. I just ain't never liked them. I don't like that stuff. I ain't never seen a square fish. That what got me. The square fish throw me. I done caught all kind of fish. I done caught a flounder, both eyes on one side. I ain't never caught no square fish. So I want to know, how did you get a square fit? Because you done compressed it.
Yeah.
I know this nigga ain't used all no white, all clean fish in there. It's compressed. That's how you made it square. Slap that thing. How you call it a fillet when it's square?
Yeah.
It's compressed. They just had you saying stuff don't make sense. Fillet, it don't tell you done cut this thing apart. It been cut apart from that junk compressed. There's no way it could be a fillet. But I mean, to you it makes sense though. So what he said, except the Abba which has sent me draw him, and I will coom him up at the last time. And remember, she told y'all that he was a Malak, a Malaki, a Elohim, which means he was his messenger. This is the same thing Yahushua told you. That the messenger that he sent is the one that's going to coom you up and let you draw. Let's see what he told her, 45.
It is Katab in the Nabaim,
Yeah.
and they shall be all taught of Yahuwah.
See that? All of them got to be taught of Yahuwah. This is what happened.
Every each therefore that had Shama
See that?
and had Lamed of the Abba cometh unto me.
Which means they've been what? Shown the Abba, instructed concerning the Abba, taught concerning the Abba. That's when they know who to come. Y'all got it? They had been taught. That's why Mordecai knew where to send it to. Let them know who you need to go and see, because they've been taught. Who's going to give your deliverance? It's a sentence that had been given in their Torah, in their law, that every Yahudim, Yehudi, was to be killed. Now, we had to go to somebody who could come and overturn that law. Now, there's a law said that the wages of sin is moot. We're not talking about just that dying. We're talking about the death of Sheol. So now we had to go to somebody who had the authority, who could overturn that and give us the liberty to fight. That's what you're doing now. Every time that you combat and you work against your mind, and your mind gets you to go and tries to alter the debar and the direction of the word, you've been given a decree to fight.
Right.
See, let me ask you something. They delivered Cain just because she went in there? Those people had to fight.
Yeah.
Why would the book told you to fight the good fight of Amunah?
That's right.
Because Jesus paid it all. Jesus did it all. When she went in there, that was it. All them folks did is start shouting and start falling in their hollering, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Those people took up weapons and fought for their liberty. They fought against the thing that was coming to kill them. Like you gotta combat stupidity, dumbness, retardation, anything that works against the knowledge of Elohim. People might say that 2 Corinthians 10 and 5. What time can let me get out of here? All right. I got one guy called me. Guest security told him to give me a call about coming. He just popped up. He wanted to come. He said he ain't never heard that. You had to make a call. You heard of it now? I don't know how you never heard of it. You had just told it to him. He was right. I want you to call me. We don't have to just pop up and come. It ain't causing no COVID. It cause I ain't entertaining everybody.
That's right.
Folks take it how they want to. No more just like Yahuwah. Tell me how everybody can go to him. The man just told you can't come unless he draw you.
That's right.
I don't know what these folks doing. Act like I'm making up something different. How everybody just can't come to Yahuwah?
That's right.
I ain't never heard that before, because you ain't never been in nothing.
That's right.
It's a whole lot of stuff you ain't never heard of when you ain't never been in nothing. I don't know these folks think you can't just go anywhere you want to. You can't. I don't know where these folks come from. You can't pop up where you want to pop up at. I know you can go to Church of Chicken, Popeye, Porterhouse, same thing. What's that? World Ain't Changed. All that thing going on, and Afterbirth.
Yep.
Jamal, I don't know how about that little ugly nigga. He should have never got no vagina.
That's right.
Every P, boy, you should have paid double.
That's right.
He should have paid a midget fee, a ugly fee, a wide nose fee, and a tax for being stupid. These folks follow people. I can't for the life of me understand where people mind at. Man, we ain't get a young girl pregnant, everybody just keep running over him. And it be the kids' fault. That's what just like these dumb folk in here, I don't know how these folk put stuff on the kids. Folk married. Now to mention man was married.
Yeah.
Let's not even deal with the age. Let's
Yep.
deal with the, let's go with married.
Yep.
Not a why you rather sleep with a kid.
Sick.
Everybody find fault with the child. It's the
Yep.
child's fault. What's in? You don't know what's in the child mind. Ain't no child can make me sleep with him.
That's
What's
right.
in your mind, nigga?
That's right.
I don't care what's in no damn child mind. I know what's in my mind.
That's right.
You a child. I'm married. Never seen folks so stupid in my life. You who are willing, hopefully having your kid.
Yep.
Maybe your kid can be that fortunate.
That's right.
Then they'll be ready to kill somebody.
Yep.
And when it's somebody else's kid, they win ready. Let it happen to your kid.
That's right.
Dumb bastards. All right, let's say 5, 10, 2. Take me up. Okay, I'll take 10, 2. All right, listen.
But I beseech you that I may not be bold when I am present with you, with that confidence wherewith I think to be bold against some, which think of us as if we halak according to the basar.
Thinking, he say thought. Think means present. Thought mean I did. They said thought, he said think. Difference in that, am I correct, Justin? Think and thought, huh? Wherewith I think versus wherewith I thought. Exactly. One talks as though he's still doing, one said I did it. All right, come on. Against some, okay, I maybe finished it. Go ahead.
For though we halak in the basar, we do not war after the basar.
Y'all see that? That's what he told us.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal,
But
mighty through Elohim to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every rash thing that exalts itself.
Destroying, back me back up, destroying counts imagination. Stronghold pulling down, casting, pulling down fortification. I'm gonna look like fornication. Fortification, things that fortify, come together, build up, destroying counsel. Counsel, so imagination, man, because you'll still look at the mind. Counsel, recommendation for course of behavior, which is gonna come from where? That's right, your mind conjure up things. And you gotta know how to do, you gotta learn how to cast them down.
Right.
Y'all know that, you gotta know how to tear them down.
That's right.
See, who would have been proficient in this would have been Yasharal. Yasharal. When we went in to conquer, hypothetically, if I went in among Cam, and Cam was a nation, a GUI, and they were a nation I would order to go in, I wouldn't just destroy Cam. I would take down everything.
Right.
All of his Elohims, all of the grove, I'm cutting the tree, I'm gonna rip them down because these are all the things that he worked to do. You know what I'm saying? To practice against Elohim. And for me to come in and conquer him and leave him, that leave room for me to go play with him. You got what I'm saying? So when we got our orders, it wouldn't have been just some of us just like what we found with Amalek, what we told to do? Destroy Amalek. Everything. What, like who? The kid, because you know what? Them kids were real and came from who? They fruit of the tree. What we gonna do with those animals? A lot of those animals they use in their sacrifices. A lot of those animals they probably raise. I mean, you think about it, because this is the thing he told you. I want to wipe him out.
Right.
If you keep his kids, what is kids gonna keep doing? Everything I kill. Cam, whoa, Cam. See what I'm saying? So like, yep. See what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. Yeah. Oh, don't worry about it. Y'all don't sit the wrong back. No. So now, how we were taught, so you understand, because when you first reading the Bible from the Bible standpoint, how they taught a Christian, it just sounds cruel. Already I gotta go do something here, man. Come on, the kids. Come on. Them trees, there's nature, air, come from tree, oxygen. So you start pointing, come on, is that not logical? How we look at how people look at kids? They use kids to get mob people. Show kid, help the kid, handicapped kid, arm missing kid. So you gonna get your money. So now you start talking about going to destroy a kid. He looked at why? Because I'm visiting the iniquity of who? Where? So I shouldn't be looking at, I feel bad, hypothetically. I feel bad about what I'm doing to him. This is his fault. Had he not been playing with them Elohims, they wouldn't be suffering. So Yasharal went in with a clear conscience. Yasharal, no. Just like what happened to us. He visited my Kataim upon my Benin to the, and by no means, they're not innocent. They're not innocent. Y'all see what I'm saying from the saying? So when you go on with that mind, verse you walk in with your carnal mind and your logic, not realizing there is a set rule for us. When I told you to destroy Amalek, everything here, I'm trying to blot his name out. I'm visiting these kids. I'm paying them back for what he's done, hypothetically. Now, at the same time, I'm cutting everything off. Guess what people do typically back in the cowboy day when they had animals? Who knew what it was? Guess what happened? She coming every time she coming out. That Cam's, ain't it? Kill it. There'll be no remembrance of Cam there. There's no trees of that nation. There's no kids. There's nothing. That's how you blot it out. So now we talk about this. I'm going to blot out, let me see. Dan iniquity. What am I going to do? No, I'm going to blot out his iniquity. I know you started earlier. Now, I ain't going to kill Dan. Dan, he ain't got a nick patch on. That means, this is what I'm going to do. We understand what I got to do with blotting out him. Right? I'm going to blot out Danny's Kataim. What am I going to do? So what? I'm going to have to kill out every action, every behavior that attributes to Kataim. That's the only way I can do it. I got to kill out everything that he smoked. I'm going to leave him with some cigarettes. That part of that say he a drunk. He a liar. I got to get, so now everything we learn, the practice here teaches me what has to happen here. We understand blotting out him, right? Everything that connects him, bring him memories, right? Well, I'm going to blot out his guitar. How's this going to work? Unless I understand how to blot out Amalek Shem. Hold on, let me see. What about the old ones he did? What about the new? Because with Amalek, you're supposed to kill old and young. So if I'm going to blot out his guitar, I need to get rid of everything. Everything that contributes to that. See, that people try to understand, it don't make sense. It don't make sense to last time I tell people, really nobody don't need no, they ain't got no bill with no book. They ain't got no sense. They don't have, because if you don't understand, they so busy fighting, trying to find out where the condemnation of Elohim caused some kids got killed. Nobody looking at what did the fathers do. Because your law already told you this happens. So had Cam, hypothetically, as a nation, had been mindful of his behavior, there's no reason to touch them. Wouldn't have been no need to touch Cam. Wouldn't have been no reason to cut out no trees and kill all the animals. But in order for me to understand when he said, I'm going to blot out all of your kata, he's got to get rid of everything associated with it. Let me see. I understand blot out hypothetically Cam. I'm confused about this sin thing. Got it? That's why y'all pay me. For the weapons of our warfare are not
carnal.
So we ain't got to kill Cam and we ain't got to touch the kid. Because they're not carnal, but mighty through
Elohim.
To the pulling down of
strongholds.
Because they knew, tear it down. When they found if there was anything he worshiped deity, pull it down.
Right.
Because that's part of his problem. So what's part of my problem? Kata. And it comes in what very? Drinking, smoking, lying, homemonking, adultery, fornication, homosexuality, hatred, being distant from others, implacable, hard to please. So I got to blot it out. Blot it out means use that same mindset for Amalek. Kill everything that contributes to it so it'll be no more. What we do, we lift some, just like the Malak Shaul did. That's why I keep coming back up. Hypothetically, what would his kids do if I take him out and leave him? They wouldn't probably have kids from him. They'll have kids. And if it's a behavior that's taught in them, those kids will get it. And it'll continue. So to stop it, you kill everything that associates with it. That's how you get rid of Kataim. I can't go hang with the folks like they hang with it. They were part of the problem. That's how you speak to them. I don't get it. Of course you don't get it, because you keep doing the same stuff. You keep with the same people that contribute to the behavior. So guess what? Amalek's still very much alive.
Yeah.
And you're in your kata. For the weapons of our warfare are not
Carnal.
but mighty to Elohim unto the pulling down of fortifications, stronghold, thing built up, destroying counsel. Let's go get some hoes. I got to destroy that counsel.
Right.
I got to get rid of people that come to me with that kind of, anything that come against the knowledge. Let's see what else he saying.
Casting down imaginations and every rash thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of
It reaches
Elohim.
back. It goes right again at every high thing exalted itself against the knowledge of. So that's some stuff that I might say, well, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm already, oh, man, come on, man, you ain't going to go to hell for that. Who told me not to do it?
Right.
What was the penalty if I did it?
Right.
So if I listen to Leon and he tell me, I ain't come on, man, you ain't going to go to hell for no stuff like that. You trying to come against, you trying to exalt yourself over the counsel what he told me.
Right.
That's how we messed up. That's against what he told me. Me and him done. We're done, Leon. You see what I'm saying? We had to look at stuff that we'll think is okay. It's not okay. When you trying to drop, like the man told, you thought to get me also, Elohim could slay me. What was he going to do when he catch me in his kataim? He could have took me in my kata. He could have took me in my kata, in my transgression of the Torah. Now we say, well, I got to forgive people. No, he said, no, because he said, I was going to kill you. I was going to kill you. And whoever the person was going to get you out, they will set you up to get you killed. Don't pity them. See, that sounds like some cult stuff. What it sound like when you go sit down in church, pray, set the cross on fire, take a rope and horse, and go start hanging niggas?
That's right.
What that sound? That sound Christianity. The love of God. What is that? That you sit out and pray, take up money, put on white sheets, and get on horses and terrorize the hell out of people.
That's right.
Who's sleeping and kids screaming and hollering.
That's right.
While their daddy drug out on the street with a rope behind a horse. Tell them I'm teaching no hate, I'm teaching intelligence.
That's right.
I don't know why black people even justify themselves to white folks no more.
That's
stupid.
right.
We ain't the people getting them, they the people getting us.
Yes, sir.
Casting down imagination, every high thing that exalted, every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Elohim, and bringing into
Captivity. Every thought to the
how about every understanding. Just say every thought. I'll go with that. We bring to captivity every understanding unto the obedience, the Shama of the Mashiach. He said, it not exalt itself against the knowledge of Elohim and bringing into captivity every thought. I'll take that with understanding to the obedience of the Mashiach. That's what we're doing.
That's right.
We're trying to bring it back so it comply.
That's right.
You know the purpose of arresting people and actually putting them in custody, taking them in custody, putting them in jail, is to get them to comply with the law. First, to agree that the law is right. Give you a chance to plead guilty. So they understand the law is right. I'm pleading guilty for the fact that I was wrong. Now you got to accept the consequences of the law, whether it's probation, whether it's prison, whether it's jail, whatever it might be, whether it's house arrest, whatever it is, you consent to it. Same thing we do now. We come and we consent to it. We keep us up. So you consent. People don't realize, like these groups come along, you ain't got a signed ticket, but your license said to get them that you agree to every statute law that goes along with those rights and those privileges. There's no way you can get this salvation unless you agree to every right to it. I don't agree with that. I agree with some of this stuff. I don't agree. You don't take none of it down. Ain't none of it for you. For salvation, you got to agree to all of it. You got to consent to all of it. It'll cut you, it hurt you, but at the end of the day, it's to make me to perfection. Give me the way I'm complete, because right now I ain't completed nothing. When I say that, we had it. Not until you get this. Y'all got it? All right, that's two.